Okay. Oh, did you see Claudine asked me to create a sprint 2 for virtual net? So I think maybe that's why she didn't see them. Sprint 1 was maybe mislabeled.
I moved over the sprints that existed in the previous sprint.
I see.
And so if there were no stories in the previous sprint, then there was no sprint created for it in this sprint.
I see.
So the way we've actually moved to a new version of Jira, right? Because if you look, it actually is different.
No, I definitely noticed that. Yeah.
Yeah. So what I can do with the new Jira is when I close out the sprint, I can actually move the stories that were in the previous sprint to the new sprint. So
Oh, that's cool.
that by default. This way, people don't have to keep dragging stories from the backlog.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So what that means is I'm only recreating the ones that were there.
I see.
Okay, so we can get started. Claudine, I saw that you're on. Do you want me to just give you some time and we'll just start with platform?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that, Louise?
So there are no stories in VirtualNet, so why don't I go ahead and start with platform, and then this gives you a chance to just pull in some stories to VirtualNet, and we can discuss it later.
I think I did pull in some stuff. I think it's in the sprint number 2, if I'm not mistaken. I added some stuff like yesterday evening, so.
Let me just delete this.
Yeah, it's usually at the bottom.
Oh, sorry.
No, yeah.
Oops, sorry.
You want to delete the sprint 1, which was probably created.
Yes. Okay, let's start with sprint 2 platform. Jordan?
All right, so yeah, not really much going on for platform in the sprint. So this is just one task to restore the previous flow rule store. QA wants it for testing, so it's a pretty small issue just to copy some code back in. That's it.
Hello. We're going to carry on with the details panel. So there's 3 remaining views for the table views, such as meters, ports, and groups. So there are 3 outstanding table views that need details panels added. We're going to do an investigation for functionality that's missing between Classic Topo and Topo 2. So me and Simon are down to pair program on that, just to go over them both. And then hopefully we'll add a bunch of Jira tickets that we can do next sprint. We're going to add a filtering option for the, I think it's the flow rules view. We have a time boxed ticket there for code coverage on the JavaScript side of stuff. So there is a main ticket. We're just adding time boxes in each sprint now, just so we can make sure that we keep on pushing on with that. And also adding this, fixing the link details panel, which was broken due to a change in Classic Topo, and we just need to update what properties the JavaScript's looking at.
Okay, and then Lion?
Yeah, so for Lion, this is actually a rollover from last sprint. We didn't really make any progress on this particular one. We're hoping that Simon does actually get back in touch and starts work on this. So we haven't really added any specific other items for now.
Okay, thanks, Simon. Dynamic config? Utah? Is Utah still in Japan?
Yeah, yeah, it looks like we don't have anybody here other than me. And I really wasn't, I didn't discuss what was going to be happening as part of this sprint specifically, but I would imagine it would be just continuing the device synchronizer and work on a dynamic config subsystem. I'm also pretty sure that there will be a suite of work being done to introduce the Yang 1.1 language support by the Indian team. I can Maybe what we ought to do is just wait to start this sprint, and I'll email them to make sure that they add the stories to the sprint tomorrow.
Okay. I will try to hold off from doing the mad dash of, starting all of them and inadvertently starting it.
Thanks.
Packet obstacle. Mark. Looks like he'll be testing RPC support for OpenROTM and then test async notifications. Then gRPC. I don't think Jen's on, so it's creating a bunch of services. So topology, link, host, path, and then unit testing the various services, meter service, and then packet per bus model, as well as component config service gRPC. Carmelo, P4?
Yes. Yes, so as we say that most of the P4 team is going to be busy for 1 week. Layer 1, 2, 3, some people are on PTO, so the points reflect the situation. So first we have Yi continues work on action profiles. There's a patch on Gary, it's almost ready, just a few minor comments to fix. Then most of the stories are related to how we're planning to demo more advanced forwarding capabilities with a new P4 program that we call ECMP2.P4. So we're planning to work on adding support for purge statistics, implementing the interpreter, the pipeliner, and then we plan on implementing an applications that solve flow rules for this forwarding, for this new P4 program. So we plan on starting a document in which we document how the forwarding behavior should be, and then produce a draft implementation, and then a final implementation and testing with this new P4 program. Then we have, what else? Yeah, so he's going to work on a document that describes the demo setup for layer 1 to 3. Then after layer 1 to 3, we plan on doing some work. I plan on doing some work on actually reviewing and doing some cleanup of the existing code for the API framework and P4 runtime. And this is because the most recent development work has been really demo-driven, so it's really based on, let's say, sloppy design principles. So we might want to review that, and also we have Andrea working on some investigation to understand how we can support GMMI. And then we have Frank, committee member, working on meter support for P4 runtime.
Okay, thanks, Carmelo. Is you, Jordan?
So yeah, the big thing that's going on, well, 7017 should have actually been closed. I didn't see that one. But yeah, so this sprint basically just working on initial prototype of the ISSU protocol that we can use to test the protocol and iterate on it. And then we're actually doing our first meetings during this sprint to create a more thorough backlog of tasks that can be assigned to brigade members.
Okay, so firstly, we'll make system test plans and platform for ISSU. And then the next two tickets are failure investigations. So 7052 is to investigate the failures we are seeing recently in show test with ONOS up and down events. And the next is to investigate the Delta failures. The latest, so basically the latest Delta framework doesn't work with the latest ONOS. And then the next two are still really work in progress. So the first is to fix a ponies in test-on. That's almost done. And then the last one is to add to fix the scaling maximum test and publish the result. And well, John might have more tasks, but I haven't got a chance to talk to him. So maybe after he comes back, we will be adding more tickets.
Oh, yes, sir. So for this sprint, we'll be focusing heavily on OF agent stuff. Nitya is going to be finishing up on the stats request. So what's outstanding is the meter stats request. I will be focusing on the controller to switch commands. I've got a few reviews that are outstanding regarding flow mods, meter mods, and group mods. What's still outstanding is port mod and I believe packet out. So that's what I'm going to be working on. Giovanna is going to be looking at the logger tracer per tenant. So this is to aid debugging. And also looking at either increasing or updating our NSTC for virtual networks. And the last, oh yeah, the last Jira is actually a bug, and the code has been merged in. I'll be resolving it soon. That's about it from me.
Okay, thanks, Claudine.
Okay.
That's all we've got. Any questions or comments? Okay, I'm going to start the sprints later today. Okay, thanks everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye.
All right.